Welcome. This is a continuation of part 1. In this, I will be explaining how the corona prediction can be done using the Google Dialogflow. So, so, when I come to Google Dialogflow, first I need to create a agent. This is similar as the bot in as Amazon Lex. So this is the agent name I need to specify. Once I create the agent, then I can specify entities, intents, and other stuffs. So I have already created an agent called as a corona agent. This is the agent already created, and these are the intents which I have already created. So first intent is the welcome intent. So whenever I start any conversation, I'll start off with a message called as a hi, hello, and based on that the bot will respond me what is the next action I need to do. So I say hi. So it is calling the welcome intent. So it's a default welcome intent. So these are the messages which are already predefined. These are the utterances basically which are already defined. So in Google Dialogflow we call it as a training phrases. And this is the response text. This is the same response text which are added over here. So once I say hello, hi, it is telling me if you want to know the corona cases in pin code or worldwide, please select the appropriate choice, pin or WWP. So if you want the pin wise data or worldwide data, so I say pin. So when I say pin, this pin is mapped with this intent called as a corona inquiry. And so these are the utterances or the training phrases. So once I type pin, it is asking me please enter your name. So this intent start working, and it is performing multiple actions. So actions are basically nothing but capturing the data from the user. So this data which will be captured from the user will be passed to the webhook or any other thing for further processing. So here I have customer name, customer phone, customer email, and pin number as a action parameter, and the prompts which I am getting is here. Please enter your name. So this is the thing which I am getting over here. So it is asking me please enter your name. I say and I enter my name Shiv. Then it is asking me enter your mobile number. And it's asking me enter your email ID. Then it is asking me the pin code for which you want the data. So I say 421204. So it's basically calling the webhook or the third party API, and through which I got the data. Total total corona cases for this the 421204 is 447, and the district is Thane. And the second message is the state level how many cases are there, and India level how many cases are there. And it is asking me, do you want for another pin number or you want for worldwide report? So now how this data is coming, I will explaining how this data will be coming. So there is in Google Dialogflow there is something called as a fulfillment. So when I give input, based on the input, the request is made to the API or any other internal stuff, and once it is processed, the response is shown over here. Here I am making call to the third party API. So I need to enable this webhook call. Once I enable this webhook call, this will, I need to configure which URL I need to call. So there is something called as a fulfillment. So where I need to specify the webhook URL. So this is the webhook URL, and this is the user ID, password which I need to give, and I have to save this thing. So the call goes from here to the cloud. So the route is district wise. So basically it will come to this part. Okay. Now there is a method called as a process request pin, and it calls another method called as a process request, where I'm basically capturing, where I'm extracting all the data from JSON. I'm writing a log over here, as well as I'm capturing what is the type of the intent. So here the intent is display name. Sorry, intent, the key is for this intent is display name. So I capture this intent in a variable. Thereafter I log this all the data, which is the input data into database SQLite. Since the intent is Corona inquiry, so as I earlier mentioned, it will call to a method called as a get district state by pin, wherein basically I will passing the pin number to this method, and this method will make a call to a postal API pin code web API, and this will give me, based on the pin number, this will give me the district and state. Once I have the district and test state, I'll make a call to a get Corona API, get Corona method. So this is basically a web API, and it calls a RapidX web API, which basically gives the data on district wise as well as state wise. So once I'll pass that data district wise, state wise to this particular JSON and filter out the total count in the particular district. Then I'll calculate what is the data for active, confirmed and date for the state, and what is the data for India. So once I have all those things, I will basically sending the JSON to the Google Dialogflow, and there is also a requirement to send the prevention detail and the Corona helpline number. So there will be a mail will be sent over here. This is done through a send mail function. So this is the body of the mail. This is the HTML which I am configuring. So this HTML contains the different links for other websites. Inside the send mail function, I am creating a object of a my multi-cart, and I am setting the to, from and subject value and attachment, all these things, and I am creating object of a SMTP library, SMTP lib, and sending a mail. So once a mail is sent, my request is fulfilled, and I get this message. I go to mailbox, so this is the mail which I got. This is the mail which I got it. Okay. So this contains all the prevention all the links for the Ministry of Health as well as the important helpline numbers. The next part is the creation of other intents. There are other intents which are configured, so which are nothing but different question answer like air transmission. So is COVID is transferred through the air, and this is, so these are the questions or these are the utterances. So if user types any of these utterances, he will get a response. Studies to date suggest that a virus that causes COVID-19 is mainly transmitted through contact and respiratory route rather than air. So this is a, so I will test this thing. I will type COVID air transmission. So I get this default response. In a similar way, we have configured multiple intents, and inside the intents we have the utterances and response. Next thing is the knowledge base. So knowledge base is something like a document or frequently asked question which can I upload. So here I have uploaded the helpline numbers. So if I type here, it will tell me, okay, helpline number is 40104. So now it is not possible to configure all those intents for the knowledge base. So for the knowledge base, I have the data in form of a CSV file, and I upload this. Indent we have done, then activation, and we will go to the worldwide requirement. So if I type www, it will ask me my name, then it will ask my email ID, once I provide this thing, it is telling me worldwide map for infected country of the infected count of the countries sent to your mail ID. So I go to my mail ID mailbox and I see, okay, these are the world data as well as there is a map over here. Now behind the scene, this is making basically, this is calling a webhook. This is again calling a webhook. So if I go to this intent, Corona worldwide, so these are the utterances, worldwide, www, which are mapped for this particular training phase, and these are the input which I have given already, and based on this thing it is giving me a text response. Now I'll go to code. So in the similar fashion, if my intent is worldwide detail, it will come here, it will get the worldwide data. So worldwide data I am getting from RapidX third-party API in form of a JSON, and thereafter I am getting also country code, because to plot the things in a map I need the ISO country code, which is not there in this particular data. So I need to merge the two data frames and to come out with the COVID data along with the country code. So I am getting a country code. From this method, this gives me the country code. After I get the country code, I need to merge the data. So this get corona map is basically merging a data and giving me a map or generating a map in form of a PNG file. So this is the get corona map method, wherein basically I am creating a data frame and merging the two data frames over here using the loop. One is the data frame of countries and another is the data frame for corona cases. Based on the country name, I am merging this thing because we need a ISO country code in the data frame so that we can plot the map. There are a couple of countries for which the mapping cannot done based on the country name, cannot be done because they have used a short country name. So for this thing I have done this thing manually. Once this is done, I am calling a map object. So map object, it calls as a plotly map. It is creating an object of a plotly map, and there is a method called as a figure, and inside that it takes the data and this is creating a map object of the type Cleopatra, and this data it is taking the country code. This is taking what is the count of the cases. These cases means the total count of the cases, which are the countries, okay, and how I want to color the map. Based on the blues, I can change another color scale, and if I want to have a auto color scale, that also I can do. I have to make it as true, and thereafter it is giving a text title to a map, and it is creating this whole code is creating a map, and I can give the size of the map. Once the map is created, I am saving the map in form of a PNG file in the disk, and this map I will be attaching to the mail, which will be sent to the user. So again I am calling a sendMail function, where I am passing the file name and other details like a from and to mail ID and the HTML body. So it basically sends a mail. So first thing I am getting the countrywide world country-wise data, and then I am getting the map. Okay. Once this all things are done, then I need to integrate with the channel. So for integrating with channel, I have to go to a integration tab. So currently I am integrating with I want to integrate with Telegram, so I'll click on the Telegram. This is the token ID which I got from Telegram. So how to integrate with Telegram? Basically I need to so there is a I'll explain that thing using this particular document. For creating the bot Telegram, I have to go to the Telegram bot further. There is an app called the bot further, which basically gives a token. So I have to type bot further. Once I type bot further, then that app will come. Then I have to type I have to put start. Then I have to give a next command as a new command. So this so this will ask me ki what is the name that you want to give to the bot. So new bot, I say new bot and enter the name. What is the name I want to give? Like I want to give the Corona one. Then thereafter it will ask for the username. The username has to end with bot. So that is the format they wanted. So if I wanted if my bot name is Corona1, so then the username has to be Corona1 underscore bot, something like that. Once I have given this command, and then it will generate a token. So this token I have to paste it over here, and then I have to start the bot. Once I have started the bot, I can communicate with the bot. Just now I have done the communication, same communication. I have entered my pin. I say pin, then enter my email ID, name, mobile number, email ID, and then it has given me the count for this particular pin ID, pin code. Okay. So this completes the integration of Telegram. And for the integration of Facebook, it's similar to the Amazon Lex. So as we have already seen how we are integrating in the Facebook. So when we are after creation of the page and app, basically it gives me the callback URL. That callback URL token and page access token, this I have to paste it over here. The integration is same as Amazon Lex, and the Facebook integration for Amazon Lex I have already mentioned in my first video. So it is the same way, only the thing is this value which I am getting from Facebook, I have to paste it over here and I have to start the bot, and it will start working for the Facebook. So this is the integration I have done for the Facebook. And it gives me the same result. Okay, so this completes the integration of Facebook and Telegram. Thank you for watching.